Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you guys how I remove the buildup that is on my hair. So I had my protective styling for about unintentionally for about 2 months. It was actually supposed to be just for 1 month, but I ended up doing it for 2 months because I kind of got a little sidetracked. So I had it in for a long time. So the thing is, there was a lot of buildup that formed around my hair. Normally when you have a protective styling, buildup from the product, dirt, oils, whatever is seeping out from your scalp, all of that kind of builds up and you have to detangle it. I wanted to just show you guys a few different ways that I use to get rid of that buildup without creating any breakage on my hair or causing too much tension. I'm also going to try out a new way using apple cider vinegar that I've never necessarily used before, but I've heard good things about. Apple cider vinegar has a lot of benefits for your hair, so I figured why not, and I added tea tree oil to that mixture as well. Hey guys, sorry for the abrupt cutoff there. I just wanted to go ahead and hop right into the video. So I wanted to try to get some really good angles to show you guys like what the buildup looks like. I feel like you can kind of see it, but the lighting in these clips were just so off that I did not get the best picture. So I'm so sorry about that. But essentially, buildup would look like dirt, dust. Essentially that ring that is formed around like that area of my hair that you see, that is all buildup. And then prior to that, like that clear part is all new growth. And so I'm trying to preserve my new growth but also preserve the hair that is on my head. And I'm just gonna start with the sectioning off my hair. I wanted to do this for two reasons. One, it's always easier for me to work in sections. I do have a lot of hair, and if I try to do it all at once, it stresses me out. And I feel like everyone knows what that feels like. But I try to section off my hair. It works a lot easier, but also I wanted to separate the sections for, each product that I'm using. So these are a few of the tools that I'm going to be using today to take down my hair. I have this pink comb here that has a pick at the bottom. I have this black wide tooth comb. I have a spray bottle. I have some clips. And we're going to be starting with the Aussie 3-Minute Miracle Moist product. It's a detangler and it honestly works pretty well. It's actually my favorite of the products. So I start off by saturating my hair with just plain water. I use warm water typically, but if there's cold water in the bottle, I just go ahead and use it. I don't really like swap it out. If it's already in there, I just use it. And I just start saturating my hair with a lot of water. It's so much easier to work with my hair when it's wet. If it is like dry, damp, it just doesn't work for me. It has to be wet. So we're starting off with this detangler to try to break off the buildup. And I use this typically because honestly, it is the easiest one out of the three. Honestly, I feel like there's a lot of slip in this one product. It's not too sudsy like shampoo would get. It's genuinely just really like, it just breaks apart that product, like all that buildup really easily. And I just try to focus it on that area and move any leftover to the rest of my hair. And then I just start detangling. As you saw that I had a little knot there, and I really do try to pick up on that, like if there's a little knot or anything at the ends of my hair, because if I'm not careful, I will like really comb out that knot or like it'll really hurt. So I try my best to go as slow as possible and try to like, one, retain the length and thickness of my hair, but two, not put myself through like pain while trying to like detangle my hair. The comb I'm using, it was just bending a lot. So I think I need to get a new comb. But other than that, I genuinely do love this product, specifically in this method. It's the quickest way. I get whatever section I'm doing done in like less than a minute. And I start from the bottom and work my way up. I don't just go straight for where the buildup is, because like, as you saw, there might be knots towards the bottom of my hair. And I just really don't want to tug and pull at it. So yeah, as you can see, that is the dead hair that came off of that section, and it's time to move on to the next. As you can see in this section, before I even applied the product, or the water, I saw a knot and I just went to take that out because I did not want to again pull or tug or force any knots out of my hair. Then I started applying some more water. I really do need to get a new spray bottle because that one was acting funny that day. And I just started working the water into my hair. And the second product I'm using is a clarifying shampoo. I think this works well. It's just, I personally feel like if I'm going to use a shampoo, might as well wash my hair. And it is really drying. It's like genuinely really drying. And it does what it's supposed to do because it's like a lot of slip. But as you can see, like maybe I use too much product, but it's just a lot of shampoo. And if I'm going to use shampoo, I'd rather just be shampooing my hair. I don't want to just use shampoo to then go in the shower to wash my hair and use another shampoo. I'd rather just use the detangler, but it is an option that worked if you don't have the detangler. It's something that you can use. Try to use a lot less than I did and just focus it on the section that had the buildup. And like I said, work from the bottom of your hair, slowly working your way up to the top and being mindful of any knots that may have formed. I used the wider tooth comb on this section, and then I ended up switching to the pink comb because it had like finer tooths on it, so I figured it would get any smaller knots that may have formed. But it did the job. It was able to break up that buildup just fine. It was just, again, not my favorite. So this is option number 2. It works pretty fast too. It also works pretty fast. So both options do work fairly quickly as well. Another tip I would love to add is just if you when you are detangling, try to detangle in all areas. I go from the top of my hair, the bottom of my hair, the sides, in different directions because, again, you never know how those knots are forming, and you just really don't want to be like washing your hair and then you're like at the detangling stage of your hair and then you get a really bad tug and it's just really uncomfortable. So definitely try to comb your hair out or detangle your hair out in different sections. And also you can try finger detangling first to try to break off that buildup, just again as another way to be a lot more gentle with your hair. Okay, so now it's time to move on to the apple cider vinegar concoction. And honestly, I've never made this before. I actually looked up another creator's recipe to do this, and then I added tea tree oil myself. It was literally it was so easy. It was one part. I used 1/4 cup. I used 1/4 cup apple cider vinegar. And then I used 1/2 cup water to dilute it. And then I did about 2 to 3 drops of tea tree oil. The first bottle I used was empty, and I didn't know it was empty. I promise you, this cracked me up. I did not know it was empty, and I think I was just like, why didn't I throw this out? I don't remember. I think it was because I wanted to remember to get that brand of tea tree oil again. I don't know, but when I tried to pour it in there so slowly and it didn't pour out, I was cracking up. I'm still cracking up watching it. But I just added a few drops of tea tree oil. And then I poured it in a spray bottle. And I didn't want to use a dropper bottle or anything like that. I felt like spraying it would be a lot easier to apply. And afterwards, I just shook it up a little bit. And yeah, there we go. So it's just so easy with the tangler because it has a lot of slip. That's kind of what it's made for, allowing you to break up, build up, and detangle your hair. The shampoo I like. It's just a little drying. It is, but aside from that, it's doing its job. It's doing its job. This comb, I like it because it also has the pick option at the bottom, but it's just so flimsy. So I want to get another version of this comb, but a stronger version, but that is not what we're here to talk about. So now I'm going to try out the apple cider vinegar mixture that I made. I am definitely very experimental with like trying new things to help my hair grow, trying new things to help make it easier to manage my hair. So if this is something that's going to help, I hope it is not something that's going to hurt, you know, but if something that's going to help, I'm definitely going to add this to the rotation. So I'm going to be trying it on the back. It's supposed to be a heavy hitter, so I'm going to try it on the back of my hair. That's kind of where a lot of the buildup lies. As you saw, where I had the first part, there's a lot of matting, a lot of buildup there. No matter what method I'm using, I'm going to be saturating my hair with water. Okay, so I'm going to start with using the mixture now. I'm going to apply a few spritzes to the buildup area. Apple cider vinegar does not smell great. It just doesn't smell great at all. So I've applied the apple cider vinegar, I've applied the water, and I'm gonna try to just work it in really quickly. Apple cider vinegar and tea tree oil are both clarifying like ingredients to use. So it definitely, in theory, should do its job. I don't think it'll be as quick as the detangler or the shampoo, but it's another option I'm going to consider it as, because I can already see that like it's not something that's like fast acting, you know. But it's working. I'm definitely able to separate, and then I'm going to start working it up. Okay, that's the result of the apple cider vinegar. It definitely did its job. It definitely works. It's just not fast, you know, and it doesn't have to be fast. It doesn't have to be fast acting. It's just, you know, what you prefer to use. Okay, so final verdict on the apple cider vinegar. It definitely works. I like it as an option for detangling my hair. I like it as an option for getting all of the buildup out of my hair. It definitely does clears out a lot of the buildup. It definitely does clear up the buildup a lot, just as equally as the other two products do. So it's definitely an option. I think they all equally work well. I think that with the apple cider vinegar, it takes a lot more time, and you do have to do a lot more finger detangling because there's not as much slip as the detangler or the shampoo. So definitely take that into consideration if you decide to use that as an option.